9 to 5 woman. One, before you come back, you're exhausted. Let me give I'm giving you the basic. One who can stand, hold the family. Women are the pillar of the family.
God,
don't you know that? They are correctable mistakes. You see, you think when I left BBA in 2021, I thought just sit on my own.
I'm hearing you say this one she's not intelligent. This one she's not. Of course, I'm hurt by that. I heard you say some people will just think their way to the finals. I thought you were talking to me.
They would never marry a woman who works 9 to 5. I am blessed. Every day, I am blessed.
Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Fun Pop with Lillian and coming through with the midnight gist. So after having dinner, the BFFs, okay, that's Whitemoney, Mercy and Ilebaye, decided to embark on an argument, conversation, or rather should I say discussion about life in general. And Whitemoney went ahead to tell them that talking about marriage, he wouldn't dare marry a 9 to 5 person. That while he's a provider, he wouldn't want to stress his wife. Being that 9 to 5 women do not have time for family, they don't have time to cater for their home. That by the time they're back from work, they're already tired. And they will continue to do that every day until it's time for retirement. And then at what age do they retire? By then, the children are halfway in university life, without having that maternal craft and all that. But Mercy said no, that 9 to 5 women do families too. That while they are doing their best, they also have the help of nannies that will cater for other domestic activities. But Whitemoney was like, no, God forbid that no nanny will take care of his home for him. No nanny will take care of his children for him. And it was such a funny thing to watch because Mercy at the time was, okay, you know what? Before you get married, make sure you have this conversation with whoever you want to get married to, because there are women who genuinely want to work. Whether you're giving them billions, zillions, they want to have their own source of income. But Whitemoney said it's a lie, that there is no way you will you equip someone or set the person up, maybe build a hotel, open a restaurant and all that, and the person will still want to go back to that 9 to 5 and be under someone. That he believes that he can actually set up something for the partner, that the partner does not require to go there every day, but we still be working. And then the message said, okay, let's turn the table around. What if your wife eventually later becomes the breadwinner? And Whitemoney said that cannot happen. Well, that the wife can actually be richer than him, but as a traditional man, he's not going to allow any woman to be the breadwinner of his family. In fact, Whitemoney went ahead to add that his goal right now is to make as much money as possible so that when he eventually gets married, he will take care of the wife, provide for the kids while the wife, be a stay-at-home mom, and eventually even create investment for them in case he exits this earth. And Mercy couldn't just understand why Whitemoney would be reasoning that way, but Whitemoney said that the rate of men that die is higher than that of is higher than that of women, that in fact they should do the calculation themselves. No, Ilebaye was even saying, no, it's a lie, anybody can buy. But White kept maintaining, saying no, that men usually, especially in Nigeria, that men buy first than their women. After the back and forth, Mercy just told Whitemoney, you know what? Anytime you're ready to marry, just go to a village, or rather go to Okija and look for a very naive girl, marry the girl, and bring the girl, to Lagos. But then White said that there are even women in Lagos who are willing, who really want to, live such life. But Mercy now said, anyway, if you're going to open multi businesses for me, I don't mind, although I'll still want to have my own source of income. But advised Money to make sure he communicates and tell whoever he wishes to marry what he wants and how he wants it to be.
If I already marry a woman who's established and no, listen.
While Whitemoney was still doubting Mercy and Ilebaye, Mercy said, don't you know there are women who genuinely want to work for their money? They genuinely want to do their business. And Whitemoney was like, at retirement, what would they now do? And Mercy replied, if they are bankers at retirement, maybe you open a microfinance bank and continue from there. But then White Money was like, how many people has microfinance bank? Anyway, it was such an interesting discussion. Meanwhile, while this was happening, Cross and his imaginary girlfriend Kim was in the garden playing words. And that's not just it. While they were like laughing, gisting, and playing these words, Somadina seems to be a little bit in his emotions, or rather, let me not assume, but he was just in the garden doing words of affirmation, saying, oh, Soma, you're blessed, in the morning, you're blessed, you're a winner, you will keep winning. And I'm like, wow, I hope it's just the usual, the normal words of affirmation. I hope it has nothing to do with Angel, because while Angel has been writing poems, she has just been in her mood throughout this day. Even when they were performing the Orpheum task, she was just there, all calm. You know how Angel can be when she gets in the mood. And someone was just pacing the whole garden, talking to himself, even pointing to the mirror, saying, even right now as I'm talking to the mirror, Soma, you're blessed, you're this. And I'm like, anyways, you're blessed, my guy. Doyin and Ceec have reconciled and they've sorted out their differences. I don't know whether I should say sort out, because while Doyin was the one that started narrating all she went through, from feeling like Ceec wants to sabotage her reign to feeling no need coming to Ceec. Why will I always be the one to reach out anytime there is a problem? But then the response Ceec gave at the end. Anyways, Doyin told Ceec that while we had this problem, when this silence started happening, I said, no need going to you. I'm always the person coming to meet you. That friendship should be a two-way thing, not always I coming to ask you, oh, this. And that from the last time she met you and asked you, ways that she has wronged you, that I didn't even give her a specific reply. So she didn't find the need to do that again. Rather, she decided to just move on. Now, in fact, even in her diary session, she told Big Brother that she just wants peace. She doesn't even want to talk to anybody. She just wants, take peace and all that. And Ceec was like, no, that you're wrong, that you could have come ask her, why are you feeling this way? That if she's the one, she would definitely come ask you. Rather, you were just there, dropping side talks, gossiping, that if she goes ahead to tell you things she heard you say, that they won't be having this discussion though, that try at all. That how will she try to sabotage your task when Summer did not pick her, that she went to Summer and told Summer plainly, oh, I'm angry you didn't pick me. And did she sabotage Summer's reign? No. So why would she do this? Why would you even think that the method of it is even crazy? Why would you think Ceec would try to sabotage your task or your reign? But Doyin is telling Ceec that in all of this, she feels is just a general misunderstanding, that maybe when they get out of here, they will see that the things they were even fighting over are not worth it. But Ceec was still maintaining her ground though, saying, Doyin, that you did not try, you didn't come to meet. Why don't you even told her that another reason why she didn't find the need is how she and Ilebaye were close throughout that period? And Ceec was like, I'm not even close with Ilebaye. My friendship with Ilebaye, today we are good, the next day we are not in good terms.
She was having a conversation saying, I was doing the friendship for strategy or something.
Meanwhile, Ceec told Doyin that talking about coming to meet you to check up on you, that why would she even come and check up on you when you now have new friends you're hanging around with, you have your new BFF. And Doyin said that's the problem. That can you know that she heard when you said that people will sneak their way into top 5. Why would you make such statements just when she had won HOH? That it doesn't tell well of a friend. And Ceec said no, that she wasn't referring to her. That statement was not for her. And Doyin said, well, that means it's just a misunderstanding. And then for the people saying, why did she take Ilebaye as BFF? Why would she take Ilebaye when Ilebaye is the one doing high five with Venita? And Venita telling her, oh, now the witch is no longer in your life. Hope you're having fun. Hope you are enjoying this day. That there's no way she's going to take Ilebaye up as BFF. That Ilebaye is even another friend she's yet to understand. That do you know that Ilebaye, we hear people talk things about her, but Ilebaye won't come and mention the person's name. Rather, she will tell her and say, oh, I won't tell you the person's name because it's not my business to do so. Why will a friend, talk in that manner? Doyin also went ahead to say that, oh, the whole Mercy and Kidwaya kiss, that do you know that Ike gave her a kind of feedback, a prayer by telling her, oh, this guy that you're liking is about to mumu you, be careful, oh, he's not into you. But then Ilebaye, who she called friend, never told her that she was shocked when Ilebaye said, oh, she knew about the whole Mercy and Kidwaya thing. And she was like, so you knew all this while and you never told me that you consider as your friend. And I'm like, hey, Doi. Anyways, after everything, Doyin said, well, it's just a mutual misunderstanding. And she went ahead to tell Sissy that the both of them, they owe each other an apology because the both of them wronged and failed each other. And she said, oh, I apologize. I love you. Kisses. Then, guess Sissy's reply. I was expecting Sissy to say, oh, Doyin, I forgive you too. Oh, yeah. Hug. But Sissy said, no. Sissy and told Doyin, don't worry. That tomorrow, when we wake up tomorrow, that tomorrow we decide, let the spirit list tomorrow. And I'm like, she be somebody that just told you now that she loves you, kisses, let everything be bygone. And you're still saying that tomorrow we decide. What kind of person is this girl, for crying out loud? Ceci was even acting shocked hearing that Venita and Ilebaye are doing high five. She was like asking Doyin, wait, this one happened in this house? And Doyin said, yes, it happened. That in fact, Venita said she's doing the friendship for strategy. That is a strategic something. That she always standing up for Ilebaye, she being strategic. And Sissy was like, when this one, when did all this one happen? The law. Though he said in all honesty, the whole issue really hurts her. Both Sissy, both Ilebaye, they both hurts her feelings. And I'm like, don't you think say you come August meeting? You're on a reality show, all this your kumbaya. Meanwhile, back to Whitemoney and Ilebaye. Whitemoney went ahead to tell Ilebaye mistakes that she should not make in life. That there are mistakes one can never correct forever. And she went ahead by giving Ilebaye example like an AS marrying an AS and going ahead to have a child. That you will just have to suffer the repercussion. You can't take that back. And Ilebaye was not telling Whitemoney, no, don't judge you, that in that particular case you shouldn't judge.
We both owe each other apology. I'm sorry and I love you. Kisses. It's not possible for you to make mistakes that can never be corrected or that can be corrected.
That at times people fall in love without even knowing each other's genotype. And then Whitemoney was not telling Ilebaye that that's where you need to be very careful, especially in this Lagos. That if you're going to have anything to do with anybody, you should make sure to protect yourself while at it. Because initially in their discussion, Ilebaye was talking on how if you trust your partner, if you trust your boyfriend, how you can just go all out with them. But Whitemoney was trying to tell her that it's not guaranteed until the both of you are married, because a boyfriend or girlfriend might be cheating and you won't know, and before you know it you'll get one infection or virus or disease or anything. But then Ilebaye was saying, no, you need to trust your partner, blah 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 blah. And now Whitemoney now used that to give her an example, telling her to be genuinely careful even after the show. She should try not to make mistakes, that there are mistakes he made after the first season that he will never make again in life. Meanwhile, while all this conversation was happening upstairs, both the first one with Mercy, Ilebaye, and Whitemoney, Venita was downstairs making Perez hair. So now Adekule comes to join her, and she went ahead to tell Adekule that people that watch this show, are they not 9 to 5 people? A majority of them not 9 to 5 people. And Adekule was like, that 9 to 5 people. And Venita said, someone upstairs is saying that he won't marry a 9 to 5 lady. That's what do you think that will happen? Well, let her not say anything, but today is Wednesday. So you are telling people that are voting for you, you can't marry them. And I'm like, Is this not an innocent conversation? Why is Venita now trying to link the whole conversation to voters? Like, what was going on? Can't Whitemoney just have an honest conversation on his choice about, a life partner? He said, well, let him not say anything, And Adekule was like, wow, who said such a thing? And they gave themselves this sign and then kept quiet. And she said, well, people that will be voting. And I'm like, what are you trying to do? Is anybody watching should know that's just an innocent conversation. And even if it is not, should he not have choice about what he wants to do with his life? It can concern voting again with normal conversation. Are you people now having all conversation in the house strategically in order not to offend your voters? Wahala deal.
Oh yeah, maybe I said a lot. Damn. I feel bad for the guy.
I don't want a friendship where every time we have an issue, I have to come and say, it can never be that way because
Thank you all for watching, and I'll be expecting to read your comments and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.